Disclaimer: This podcast is for entertainment purposes and contains satire. Discretion is advised.
Hi, welcome to Turning Phrases, where we just make up the history of stuff and hope that we're right. I'm Chris, and I'm here with Joe.
Hey.
And I'm here with Jason.
How you doing?
How you guys doing today?
I'm doing alright.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting things wrong today.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be right. I'm excited.
You don't have to be because I don't. No matter what, one of us is gonna be right at the end because we're gonna decide. So basically, on the show, what we do is we get the history. We are given phrases, like, for instance, today is "That's mighty white of you," and we're going to be given the phrase, what the meaning is after a few minutes of getting that wrong, and then we're going to make up what we think the history of the phrase is. And at the very end, we're told what it actually is.
Okay.
And then we decide if we like that phrase, the actual history, or if we like the bullshit that we have come up with. So, what is the phrase's meaning today, my dear host?
That is mighty white of you.
Okay, so that's mighty white of you. What do you think it means?
Somebody that is not white. It's
It
acting white.
has to be a white person. It has to be an insult towards white people, right? Has to be.
Or it could be like, that's mighty white of you. Like, they talk about white is right and black. It's just.
Can we just be like that white is never right?
Can it be like,
Ever?
like that's puritanical? Like, you're just an upstanding citizen. That's mighty white of you.
Sounds like something like cowboy stuff beyond like during the 60s and 50s radio programs. They're like, that's mighty white of you helping us out with this town.
Yeah.
I killed everybody here that wasn't white. I did a good job. I think that was primarily what happened in the show.
I made potato salad and put raisins in it. That's mighty white.
I was about to say, I was like, you're just upstanding citizen. In my head, I'm like, it's mighty white of you is like, oh, you just colonized that neighborhood or just something like that.
Yeah.
That mighty white of you. I've actually
So raisin in your potato.
I was looking up macaroni and cheese to see how bad it could be made, and it was just Kraft mac and cheese, not Kraft mac and cheese from the box, like Kraft American cheese slices on top of pasta.
Literally last night, I saw somebody boil a bag of Cheez-Its and then just mixed it with elbows.
What?
And was like, oh, this is our mac and cheese. It's going to be so good.
That sounds mighty white of you.
It was convenient. Like, they didn't have cheese. They just had some Cheez-Its. And, they made do with what they had that, they were just making it work, I guess.
Sounds about right. I mean, hey, Pedro actually.
I don't have a dog in this fight, so.
We're going to have a dog in a minute.
That is mighty white of you refers to an expression where white is used to mean honest, fair, decent. For example, how the color white represents purity and without any tarnish. So it technically says that it doesn't really refer to race, rather the color white.
It 100%.
It definitely is.
No
it
way.
definitely is based off of race.
There's no way it doesn't
It
refer.
has to
It's
be
like-
an insult
it's
to like people
outstanding,
somehow.
It's like when I don't know, it's like when somebody slips and you help them up. That's mighty white of you. Like you're a do-gooder.
Yeah, no,
I
don't believe that.
In my own personal life that I've lived so far, I've never heard it used that way. I have heard it in the same breath as bless your heart.
Yeah, it can be used very often sarcastically.
I thought bless your heart was a compliment.
Okay.
Like whenever it's said to me, I'd look back and smile and say thank you.
Yeah, that's not what they're saying.
That's not what they're saying at
That's not
all.
what they're saying at all.
I think bless your heart has changed in the recent years, though. Like, I think originally bless your heart meant a compliment, but in recent years,
Oh, I'm sure it did.
turned into like a backhanded compliment.
And and that's mighty white of you. Like you're an upstanding citizen, you take care of people, that's mighty white of you.
Right.
Oh man.
That's why I feel great every morning when I wake up and I look in the mirror. It's like, that's. Oh no, that's a bad joke, Chris. It's a bad joke.
That's really fucking sad.
It's a terrible joke. You laugh.
I laugh at terrible jokes all the time though.
So I want to say, I do honestly have a feeling that this started because cowboy shows. People were watching like Gunsmoke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He comes in Max Dillon, the world's greatest serial killer. I'll explain that. Max Dillon was the star of Gunsmoke. And Gunsmoke, he probably shot maybe 10 people an episode. Never had a conversation. It was like, yeah, you come to my town, man. And I'm a hero. But that was most cowboy shows at the time.
Wow.
But it was like when those shows all came around at the same time. They're all like, oh my god, the white hero coming in with their nice clean boots and their nice like outfit. I'm sure it had to come from one of those stupid shows that existed in the 40s and 50s.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
You know, back in the Wild West when the average citizen had to take the law into their own hands, they made sure to held up, you know, what was right, what was white, and made them right.
What was white?
That made them mighty whites.
I was gonna say, like, exactly. It's like you're not from here. You gotta go away. We don't trust you, which is
Mighty white. You know,
That's what the signs were made at some point.
we gotta uphold the purity.
Gotta keep it in the family, like Sweet Home Alabama.
And sweet
Oh.
home.
It's crazy what those signs would be like. It has to be that, though, right?
Oh my god.
It has to be some secretly, like, racist shit.
It definitely is
oh,
racist.
for sure.
It's
Like,
definitely a racist thing.
Well, see, the only one who didn't know it was that website.
You know what? It's because it was written by a white person and they wanted to make it not that bad.
I don't know why he looked it up on the Westboro chapter, Westboro Church's website to get that title. That was it, man.
You know, that Westboro Baptist Church, they know
They mighty
They know
white.
white.
I know that time. You can go there, you look up the meaning of phrases, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're going out for a hang it. Oh, man, they're just going to go out there and do like a vignette or something. I read their site.
No. In all honesty, though, it's definitely a racist, backhanded, not compliment, but say.
How can you say like backhanded? It's not backhanded.
It's not
right to your
backhanded,
face.
no, but it's like, oh my god, I say backhanded because it's like
The nice way of saying things.
yeah, it's like the nice way of saying things in a certain context. Does that make
That
sense?
would be nice on this show. It's never been the concept of this show.
No, because like the way that I see That's Mighty White of You is definitely an insult where it's like, okay, you're taking this and you're colonizing. I can't pronounce the fucking word, but it's what he said before, where it's like he's colonizing the thing, where it's like, for example, that eye has to be removed.
That's true. So I do want to, Joe, where do you think it actually came from? Let's go through like
Where I
all
think
of
it came from?
like when, now. Make up your craziest history.
Oh,
I
man.
think, picture it, New York, 1998. Jay-Z and Tupac are in the studio just saying, when did
Tupac was dead.
I don't know.
Look. We're gonna see the live in this AU,
So,
alright?
okay, this is, yeah, no, Tupac is secretly alive. We get that.
Yeah.
And big.
We're going to say 96. I don't know when he died. 96?
94.
94.
I'm also making that up.
Picture this, 1993.
And there, Tupac he just landed a movie, Poetic Justice, and he's just over here just chilling, and he's hanging out, meeting with other rappers, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're going to be in movies with just like Janet Jackson and Aaliyah and shit, and it's just like, that's mighty white of you. You're a rapper turned a movie star. You made it. That's mighty white. And I think that's how it originated.
Damn.
Hi. You know me from Turning Phrases, a terrible show that you have been watching. And one of the worst things is, we consistently forget to say, like, comment, and subscribe. And the reason that is, because we're stupid. And we will never remember. And that's why we're putting this in here. Because I am a sad sack of shit. So please, remember as you watch our show, feel guilty for us. And like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, thank you for watching Turning Phrases. We apologize for everything.
That sounds like more what happened to Eminem when he got his first movie in 8
8 Mile.
8 Mile.
The one about his life, that was he made that movie.
Listen, I'm not saying that's exactly where it came from, but that was probably where he would say that line came from.
He was a narcissist.
Is a narcissist.
But I understand. I get you.
What about you? He thinks it's from Tupac in 1994, 80, 98, 2002.
I say it's from puritanical times. I say that back when people knew that white was right, and you wanted to stay
I just
white
gonna
and
smile and like raise my head.
back when women used to walk with a parasol, so they didn't take in too much sunlight. They wanted to stay pure. I think it's mighty white of you. I think it was like not an insult, but embracing your whiteness, and that you want to stay as white as possible because you don't want any of that, you don't want any of that other. So I think that's kind of where it came from.
I honestly kind of have one.
Are we talking about like medieval times, like or
Puritanical times? I want to say like
The
people that
so something from like Bridgerton or something like that?
That's definitely Victorian era Regency.
Those women that would say, "Clutch my pearls," clutch my pearls.
Well, you know what? Corey is actually on an episode recently. She told us to clutch our pearls. It's a butt plug.
It's a butt plug, yes. It's a pearl butt plug.
Back when women walked with the wireframe dresses.
They had those tight corsages.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lots of pearl clutching.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a lot of work.
Yeah, look, that's how they keep their back straight. When they were walking around and shit.
So, yeah, I feel like it came from that time. Just puritanical, keep it.
That's fair. I mean,
keep it white and pure.
I do have the worst joke I've ever heard in my entire life. It came from a movie.
Here we go.
Called The Chorus Line. I love Chorus Line. It's a musical. Okay, Chorus Line is a musical about people trying on being a chorus line. Great movie. Worst line in the movie, but it's always made me laugh secretly. There's a girl, can't remember her first name. She's Asian, her name is Wong, and they're like indiscriminate, like whatever she is, they don't really say it. But it was like, okay, she's Wong. And she goes up there, he's like, "Hi, my name is Wong, never white." And that was her joke. And she just after like, and the scene is like 5 seconds. It's not long at all, but in my head, that scene lasts for like a good 30 seconds of waiting for people to cheer her on for that joke.
Wow.
It's a good joke.
You got him there.
Always Wong, never white. That's what stuck in my head. Like, since I was raised on that movie. It's just one line. It has tons of gay characters. It had like a lot of amazing like multicultural stuff and things like that. Then there's that one joke that exists in the movie, and I'm just like, people wrong now as I'm older. Like that joke. It's a great movie. It has like a whole like 5-minute song where there's one character who goes out there. He just like explains the first time he ever made love. And he dances for like 2 minutes, covered in sweat everywhere in his body, and he's dying in sweat. And he's explaining every step of the first time he ever had sex.
Oh my god.
And then for like 3 minutes afterwards, they're all on there, and it's like, yes, now we will share our stories. And one person's like, I was 14. I was like, what? 14?
That's inappropriate.
That sounded wrong when I heard it. I was like, okay.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it was a guy. It actually was a guy.
Oh, no.
And I was like, yeah, that is 14. I mean, I know people that did it when they were 14, but this is a movie from the 80s. So it's a little weird. There's another movie where that goes in. It was not movie. It's called ER, the TV show ER.
I used to love that show.
I love ER. I love medical stuff. My mom was in medical business for years and stuff like that.
My mother loves that show even to this day.
There was an episode where one of the characters, not George Clooney, who was the only character that anybody ever remembers being in that show, they were discussing sex again in it. It was all white people, so if it's to this, we'll go with this.
Oh man, that's one of them.
Yeah, this is my white one. And they're all discussing like how old they are the first time they had sex. It's like, I was 18, I was 16. Then one guy just says, I was 10, and it was with my nanny. and they drop it and they just move on.
Oh no! That's so sad.
That's my
That's fine.
I wanted to keep it pure.
It was very strange. It was just like, well, that's the line you drop, huh? I was 10 and it was with my nanny. And I was like, oh, no.
Right, time to hit the old dusty trail.
Break time is over, guys. Let's go.
Everybody in the scene's just like, okay, that felt uncomfortable for all of us, right? That was mighty white to write that line into the show.
Has anybody ever had potato salad with raisins in it?
God, no.
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 I once had a potato salad with apples in it. It was.
No.
See, with apples,
You ate it?
Wait.
I mean,
It's
it was
weird.
served to me when I was 6 years old, so I didn't know any better. But
I know someone who puts eggs in potato salad.
that's not bad. That's
That's normal.
Eggs?
It's
Is it deviled eggs?
No. But
I mean, that's going to be the expensive potato salad these days.
Wait, no. If you're making potato salad,
eggs go in potato salad.
You said you go potato salad.
I've
You're
never
wrong.
I was going to say, like, eggs is an integral.
That's mighty white of you for saying that. No. If you're making potato salad, I personally think if you make deviled eggs and you put it into the salad like that, you make the the mixture and everything.
That's a waste of deviled eggs.
It's not a waste of deviled eggs. My uncle makes it. He was a chef.
No.
I'm not saying it'll be good, but I'm like, I want the deviled eggs.
Everybody wants the deviled eggs.
Okay.
Gone after 5 minutes.
I can see where you're getting at because the way I make potato salad is, when you do deviled eggs, the same kind of mixture.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that with my potato salad is not deviled eggs, but that flavor that's in the deviled eggs is reminiscent in my potato salad.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that working.
I've never had potato salad, so I can't give input.
Oh jeez.
It depends on
All
which
right, next
side.
time you come, I'm making you some potatoes.
It depends on which side you're going to take. You're going to go with his side, which is no eggs.
Oh,
That's
man.
nonsense.
Maybe Pedro could bring some potato salad without eggs.
Oh man.
With raisins.
I personally don't make potato salad, but
I'm going to say potato salad is something that really divides people because we have
Combine people in this room.
I was learning how to make potato salad. So nobody taught me how to make potato salad. I know what potato salad is supposed to taste like, but my family never taught me how to make it. So I actually went on Google and I typed in black people potato salad, and the first link that popped up was this website, Divas Can Cook, crowd pleasing Southern potato salad. I was like, all right. And before I did it, I sent the potato salad recipe to my aunt. I said, Aunt Val, is this a good potato salad? I said, I'm not making it until I get your sign off. She said, this is acceptable. It needed the blessing of Auntie. Because he wasn't there to teach me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, I was asked to make potato salad. And it was a moment of like, these people believe that I can cook.
Oh, no.
I remember telling Adam, I said, when my cousin said, can you bring potato salad to the barbecue? I said,
I'm upgraded.
Yes, I'm honored. I don't know how to make potato salad, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn today. So that's why I say, like, potato salad.
you're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. I learned that day.
I'm dead.
But potato salad is you don't.
It's an art.
Yes. You don't get asked to make the potato salad. You don't get asked to make the mac and cheese. I can do both.
Ooh.
But I do not. I learned the recipe. The mac and cheese recipe I don't share with anybody. The potato salad you can look it up.
I agree with mac and cheese. If you can make a good mac and cheese.
Oh, yes. If you make a good mac and cheese, never share the recipe.
I arguably make a good mac and cheese.
Chris makes a great mac and cheese.
That's not sexual. I wouldn't say that. I know how he sounded when he said that. I heard it in my ears.
That's because your mac and cheese is sexy.
I started making mac and cheese years ago. I was watching Alton Brown's recipe. It had like 5 things, and I was like, I don't want to do that. There's not enough spices. So I go to my mother's spice cabinet at the time, and there's like 100 spices in there. We're Greek and Italian. So we have like every spice you can imagine under the sun. I was like, okay.
As one should, because if you don't have spices, that's mighty white of you.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem that we have right there too. And I brought out maybe like 15 things. And I was like, over time, it's become less, but it's become more of other stuff. But right there, we're just like cayenne. You have to have some heat. We put more red pepper. We put as much pepper as possible.
Oh shit.
Because I love heat. If you don't have a good heat, you really don't have a good food.
Yeah.
So over time, we started doing it.
Can we? Whoa! Have you seen where they did the comparison between Patti LaBelle's mac and cheese, Rihanna's mac and cheese, and Gordon Ramsay's mac and cheese?
What?
I bet you Rihanna's gonna win that.
I was gonna
Man, when I tell you, okay,
I was gonna say Rihanna's mac and cheese.
I've already made my mac and cheese similar to Rihanna, not the same, but similar. To me, I was already, she got second place. They said Gordon Ramsay won. I was like, man, that's not right for you. Because that was bull.
How did Rihanna make the mac and cheese? Because I know that. So she's from Barbados. My family is from Barbados, and they call it macaroni pie.
Yeah.
In the Caribbean.
Okay.
And they have a different recipe. They use these long noodles. It's like, you know how macaroni is like made with elbows?
Mm-hmm.
It was still with elbows.
No, you know those noodles that you use in pasticcio?
Yeah.
Those really long, hollow noodles?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly.
It's actually called pasticcio noodles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in the Caribbean, they use those noodles to make macaroni pie.
Ooh.
And I don't know how to make macaroni pie. I make it southern.
Arguably, pasticcio is just macaroni pie. I'm
Pretty
going to say
much.
that right now.
Well, no. Macaroni pie is closer to what American mac and cheese is, but a Caribbean take on it. So I guess she didn't make macaroni pie.
They called it macaroni and cheese. I will say, they said we took, the people that made it, they said we're taking these people's recipes and made the 3 different ones. And they tasted each one, and they said this is the one that won. I will say, I was just off looking because it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm like,
I'll have to look it up because if Rihanna's being true to her culture, she's going to call it macaroni pie.
I'm not voting for Gordon Ramsay. And I was very surprised at Patty's third place. Because I was just like, really? It was very cheesy. They said Patty's was the cheesiest.
Is it the Patti LaBelle recipe that has the one that has shrimp in it?
No.
Okay.
It's not going to
I
do
think
it.
it was just regular mac.
So,
Okay.
I'm going to say, like,
I have had the best mac and cheese in my life. Do you know his mom?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's her name. She made the best mac and cheese that I've ever fucking had, and I'm just like, I need to know what this is.
I actually think this mac and cheese I made for your last barbecue, the curry mac and cheese,
Yes.
was perhaps the best mac and cheese
That
I've
was
ever
pretty
had
good.
in my entire.
That was pretty good.
That was. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I'm terrified. Like curry mac and cheese?
That's
Well,
good
okay.
though.
I'm going to preface it like this. So, when you eat that mac and cheese, don't expect to, obviously because it's curry in it, don't expect to be a traditional mac and cheese. But the reason I liked it is because I like curry, and the stuff that I usually make for the barbecue is like kind of Caribbean adjacent. So it works. And when I think about barbecue food, it's like everything on the plate coming together.
Flavorful, yeah.
And it actually sat nicely next to the barbecued stuff. Like it by itself, you'd be like, okay, this is awkward, but I feel like it worked on my plate because everything was Caribbean adjacent.
I did make 3 types of mac and cheese. I made the Italian style mac and cheese I make, which has mustards and hot sauces in it. And that's the one I made, like, in general. That's my hot one. I made curry that had more heat, but had a different, like, curry vibe, Indian vibe. And then I made That's Mighty WAAAY mac and cheese, which had basically no spice.
Not even salt?
I made 3 mac and cheese that time. Yeah, that's like a lot. But I made one just for people that couldn't, like, handle any, like, seasoning and shit like that. That was that one. Next one was like, here's a heavily spiced, a little bit of heat, but tastes good. Here's curry. Good luck.
At our barbecue, all the food is unapologetically seasoned. So if you can't handle spice,
you shouldn't be there.
Yes. Unapologetically seasoned.
That should be the name of the barbecue. And you should have a table that's labeled That's Mighty WAAAY. Like,
No.
For the people that That's Mighty WAAAY.
No.
No?
It's got to be a learning experience. Try a little bit. I mean, it lasts a long. The barbecue lasts.
I remember a kid that brought like a giant bottle of hot sauce. It was red hot. It was like this big. Like, fucking thing of the night.
Oh my god.
Everybody going around was like, more.
Wow.
What's your hot sauce of choice?
Oh.
I go back and forth with hot sauce because, like, I like things to be hot, but not like crazy hot. So I haven't found a hot sauce. 'Cause I find a lot of things way too hot, but I like things to be like warm.
Okay.
So I find that like red pepper flakes. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm falling into that Mighty White in the
Okay.
So red pepper flakes. That's kind of my thing.
Well,
Put
yeah,
enough
that's
in there
good.
just to make it warm, but if it's too hot, I can't. So
What's your hot sauce of choice?
I have 3. Right, off the top of my head. Carolina Reaper pineapple hot sauce.
That sounds good.
That sounds
It's
really
delicious. It's really good. It goes well with a lot of things. And I learned a while ago I like citrus in like my hot sauce because it gives this Caribbean feeling to it. So it feels good. I have one for ice cream. Blueberry ghost pepper hot sauce.
I need to know that one.
So
I have been
put that
told
on
by
ice cream.
a
And
friend
it's
that
really,
really
it's a
good.
very nice blueberry taste. So you say you do like vanilla or something like some basic ice cream flavor. You do this. You have this nice heat mixed with like the blueberry. So it's just like instant cool down from the heat too. So you're getting all the flavor, just a little bit of heat.
Especially because the cream is already automatically off rip, it's like cooling you off.
Yeah, that's really good. And honestly, I love the last stab.
The what?
The last stab is this extremely hot 3 million Scoville hot sauce. But it has this very nice, like it's all based around Indian flavored spices.
Ooh.
just as a side, the Scoville meter. Whenever people talk about it, I have to let people know that it was invented in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Everything was made in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Bridgeport.
The invention of the Scoville meter was from Bridgeport.
So I actually have 3. All right.
Well, it's okay. The
for-
last
for
one,
the
it's a very strong Indian flavor,
Mhm.
so it just tastes good. Like if you like Indian food,
Yeah.
Okay.
is it hot? Yes, but you don't use too much. Use a few drops. You didn't expect that fucking answer from me, did you?
I'm glad I got it though. That's why I asked.
You were getting that Mighty White as it looks to me. You were like, so,
No, for me, it's like when I want a hot sauce, but I don't want it hot. I actually get what's it called? I actually have it right here. It's called tapatio.
that tastes good.
That one is like it's literally just a watered down hot sauce that isn't very hot to me. And then I like Valentina. Valentina is my hot sauce of choice. And then when I want a hot sauce but I don't want it spicy, I end up getting Red Hot.
I think my two
But the
favorite.
buffalo ones, not the
I
regular,
like
the
Red
buffalo.
Hot. I think the two hot sauces I go back and forth between are Red Hot and Sriracha.
They are really
See, for
good.
Yeah.
sriracha, I'm not sriracha.
Okay, so what I do, Sriracha by itself is kind of
Yeah, it's like
but
it's whatever.
what I do whenever I like fry fish or have seafood,
Mhm.
if you take Sriracha, mayonnaise,
Ooh.
a little bit of MSG,
Ooh.
and something, if you have a lemon or if you have vinegar, you put it all together, it makes an amazing dip. Like,
Ooh,
yeah,
that sounds
so I made,
really good.
I made, words again, brain,
Yeah, what? We'll have him give
fried
us.
cod.
Ooh.
Anyway, it was good.
So, what's your hot sauce?
Oh, I'm basic. I'm Cholula.
What kind of
Cholula or Cholula, I'm probably pronouncing it very wrong. It's some type of like below the border hot sauce.
Oh,
have like the lady on top. Like
Yeah.
Today.
Their
Oh, I know what you're
regular hot sauce or their green one, their green chili one is also pretty good.
I have 100
Look,
bottles. of hot
salsa
sauce.
verde is good. It's really good. When you add just a little bit of spice to it, it's so good.
oh yeah.
I'd like because it's spicy, but it also has more flavor than like Texas Pete or
I don't mind
Or something like
Texas
that.
Pete, but I don't like heavy vinegar hot sauces.
Mm.
yeah. I don't like it either.
Okay, so this is where my taste buds gets a little bit weird. I really like sweet things, but in terms of hot sauce, I like it hot, but also like sweet and salty kind of thing.
No,
where it's
I'm
like,
right there with
where
you.
it's like I like vinegar stuff kind of thing. I love salt and vinegar chips, so it's like when
Yeah.
it has the vinegar with it, as long as it has like a little bit of tang with something else, it's good.
I know that we're getting to the end of this episode, so I just wanted to say, I think it's time for our definition because this episode is taking a white turn. All of a
We-
sudden.
This might need
definition
to
or
be edited out. I think we should probably go a little longer, and I think where we kind of veered off about hot sauce, I think it should edit it out so that
No, we have to
kinda
put
give the
bits of it
podcast-
in there. No, this is no, it's great.
Okay, well, you can edit that part out. All right.
No way.
Ironically, I was actually going to say my view on what Mighty White of You means, but I completely forgot, got sidetracked.
That was 30 minutes ago.
I know.
Pedro, where did it come from, baby?
All right. So it originated in the 20th century down in the South. Surprise.
Was it white people?
I knew it was down south. I just knew it.
But it says because of its racial connotations since the late 20th century, it has mostly been used ironically.
Ah.
It is ironic. Thank God. Except for where he got it from.
I know. That one was weird.
Yeah.
At least I was in the same century. Yeah.
Yeah, I was being creative. I was trying to give the creative interpretation. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems kind of lame for an actual history.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the one where it's just on the Westboro Baptist Church website. I like that one a lot. That we
Be saying something like "Thank you for being fair," you know.
Yeah, so where do you guys think it really came from? What do you want?
Ooh.
What do you want to be final answer?
Can I say?
Yeah,
Okay, so
this is the final answer.
oh my god, it's gonna sound bad, but just hear me out, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you not hear the conversation?
No, but it's gonna sound pretty bad. So what I think it came from was after oh my god, I forgot if it was called the Civil War or whatever the fuck, after all black people became citizens and shit like that.
Emancipation.
That's actually how
Yeah.
it's described in the book, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, yes. They started actually being openly insulting when trying to insult a white person, but they couldn't say it oh well, fuck you kind of thing. So they had to say it in a kind of backhanded compliment sort of thing, where it's oh, that's Mighty White of You.
Okay. I mean, I'm willing to go with that for the actual history.
The Southern safe face style.
Exactly.
insult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That or Tupac in 2022 when he was
You know
alive.
what? I
That's
also
the
like the Tupac one though. I
Yeah.
also like that one.
So that's our only options. Joe, what do you think?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you want the Civil War or do you want Tupac?
I'm going with Tupac.
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 Tupac. That's it. Thank you for watching our episode again. That was Turning Phrases. Once again, I am Chris. I am here with Joe,
Hey.
Jason,
Yes.
and Corey in the background.
Hi.
Have a good night.